everybody. Welcome to the Nixon Gym for the varsity game between the North Attleboro Rocketeers and the Oliver Ames Tigers. Your game's being announced by Paul Duggan and Jim Murphy. If you like us, that's great. If you don't, our names are Mark Whiteside and Ken Walsh.
Well, Paul, looks like it's going to be a good game tonight. So we're going to apologize in advance because North Attleboro didn't provide us with a roster with names. But if anyone's on live and wants to put some numbers with names, we'll try to catch up.
Oliver Ames has the ball. Drew Nickla to Trey Buggs. Over to Ben Murphy. Back to Baxter. Amari Brown takes a three. It's good. Oliver Ames started with a press. North Attleboro number 12 with the ball. And he stepped out of bounds. Oliver Ames ball.
Yeah, these two played last year, and Oliver Ames got the best of them, but they're definitely going with a different defense this year. They were 2-3 all last year, so.
And that was Amari Brown on the drive. No good. Number 12 for North Attleboro, and he's no good.
Rebound by North Attleboro.
Ben Murphy with the ball. Over to Amari Brown for a three. He misses. Good defensive play by Trey Buggs. North Attleboro ball side out.
Yeah, that's one thing, Paul, what they're doing. No, all sideline inbounding passes this year, part of the new COVID rules.
Thank you. North Attleboro with the ball, number 12. He goes into George Ladd, number 33. He's powering his way in. No good.
Rebound by Nickla.
There's a drive by Drew Baxter, and he's fouled.
Yeah, so OA is returning to the Davenport here, so we'll get to play them twice. Actually, with the new Hockomock rules, we're just playing everyone in the small Hawk twice. One away, one home each week. And then we're going to hope to get a Hockomock championship in at the end.
Drew Baxter with the three. No good. And there's a steal by Trey Buggs. Goes into Drew Nickla for two. It's 5-0 OA with 5:30 left in the first. There's a three-point attempt. No good. Rebound by Drew Nickla. Amari Brown bringing it down. He loses the ball.
Yeah, both teams are probably a little nervous here, being their first game of the season.
No one at home can see it on the channel.
On Facebook?
Not on Facebook, the actual channel.
Drew Baxter with the ball. Over to Ben Murphy. Over to Amari Brown. Trey Buggs with it now. Back to Brown. Down low. To Nickla, back to Baxter. Someone has to shoot.
Yep. They got close to the shot clock on that one.
North Attleboro with the ball. And there's a three-point attempt. It's no good. Saved by North Attleboro.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Attleboro's out hustling them on the offensive boards. OA is going to need to wake up a little bit on the defensive side.
George Ladd at the line to try to complete a three-point play.
OA's up 5-2, 4:20 left in the first quarter.
And the foul shot's good. It's 5-3.
That's another thing, Paul, that they're doing during this COVID years. They're only allowing 4 players to be in the paint on a foul shot.
Amari Brown with the ball, bringing it up. Over to Drew Baxter. Back to Brown.
Yeah, it looks like they shifted to a 2-3 defense again.
Amari Brown with the ball to Drew Nickla. Out to Trey Buggs for a three, no good.
We got Kevin Duggan coming in for Drew Baxter. Apologize, we weren't given Attleboro's rosters.
There's a foul on Kevin Duggan. North Attleboro inbounding the ball. Number 12 with the ball for North Attleboro. Over to number 3. And good defense by OA there. 23 takes a three. No good. North Attleboro ball.
Ladd's coming back into the game.
Number 12 with the ball for North Attleboro into George Ladd down low. He drives. And he hits a two. It's 5-5. Amari Brown with the ball, bringing it up for OA. Over to Kevin Duggan. Over to Trey Buggs. To Ben Murphy. In low to Drew. To Trey. And he's fouled. Trey Buggs will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, we definitely have a different feel inside the gym here. Not as many people in here. Misses the first of his free throws. And this is the new rule where they allow 4 kids to go into the paint. Or actually, 4 is Metro West. They might only allow 3 here. Yeah, it's only 3.
And the second foul shot is good by Trey Buggs. 6-5 OA. 3 minutes left in the first. Number 12 with the ball for North Attleboro. And they're looking heavily to George Ladd down low. And there's a block by, I believe, Amari. Ben Murphy with the ball. Over to Drew Nickla. To Amari Brown. Amari Brown with the ball takes a three. No good. And the ball's off of OA. And it looks like Oliver Ames will pick up full court. They go low to Ladd again. Good defense there. Number 12 with the ball. Over to number 21. They're trying to go down to Ladd again. And there's a three-point attempt. And there's a foul on number 33, George Ladd.
They put it up there. Slow on putting that foul up. Thought it was, yep, that's Ladd's first foul.
OA bringing the ball up. Go down low to Drew Nickla. Drives to the hoop. No good. North Attleboro drives to the hoop, number 10.
Well, 30-second clock hadn't reset, so I think it's a ref's timeout.
OA ball.
Ref stoppage.
Amari Brown with the ball. Dribbling. Gives it off to Will Whiteside. In low to Kevin Duggan.
Just got to get that pass in there a little quicker for the cutter. Got a substitution. Backs are coming back in for Kevin Duggan. So North Attleboro, I believe, only lost 2 seniors after last year, where OA really only has 1 starter returning. So
North Attleboro throws it away, and it's OA ball. Trey Buggs coming in. Trey Buggs will inbound the ball to Amari Brown as OA sets up their offense. Baxter to Drew Baxter. To Amari Brown.
Whiteside.
And that was a short. There's a three by number 24 for North Attleboro. It's 10-6.
Yeah, OA's defense is a little sluggish there. You got to pop out on that shooter.
Amari Brown to the hoop. It's North Attleboro ball.
OA's continuing to keep the press on. North Attleboro making a few adjustments on the inbound.
North Attleboro bringing the ball up, number 10. And it's stolen.
Whiteside's foot was just outside on that one.
Number 12 will inbound the balls for North Attleboro.
That was a pretty play, Paul, at the buzzer.
And after one, it's 12-6 North Attleboro.
Yeah, again, I think the defense just needs to step it up a little bit. Kind of like they kind of put the exclamation point at the buzzer there on that play. Technical difficulty where we didn't have it on the cable television, but I guess that's resolved now. So I'd like to welcome all the cable viewers. Just to bring everyone up to speed, it's the end of the first quarter. North Attleboro had a little bit of a run there at the end, and they're up by 12 by a score of 12-6. Second quarter is about to start up here. Throw it back to you, Paul.
Thank you. It's the start of the second quarter. North Attleboro's ball. And it's inbounded to number 10. Good defense by Drew Baxter. And there's a steal by Amari Brown. And he lays it in for 2.
That's what they need. Maybe their captain, Amari, to give them a little bit of spark on defense. Let's get this going, away. Get some good ball movement.
They go to Ladd. He kicks it out to the corner. Owe playing good defense. Shot clock running down.
Nice cut by Owe.
And a shot clock violation.
North Attleboro is definitely moving quick.
Owe ball.
Attleboro still sitting in the 2-3.
Amari Brown with the ball over to Trey Buggs, over to Baxter. That's stolen back by Trey Buggs. Amari Brown with a 3. Rebounded by Will Whiteside. Back to Amari Brown. He drives to the hoop. Rebounded by Drew Nickla, and it's good.
Second effort by Drew Nickla. Good job. Scores. Now it's 10-12.
And North Attleboro throws it away.
Looks like we got a timeout on North Attleboro.
Right now it's 12-10 in favor of North Attleboro with 6:28 left in the second quarter.
So we got some good people live on the stream asking for a weather update. What was it like on the way over, Paul?
A little brief snow, flurries, a little cold for my liking.
Sure, a lot of kids hoping that there'd be some accumulation, but I think you're all going to be going to school tomorrow. Thanks, Wendy, for asking for the weather update.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. None of them go to school tomorrow. Looks like we got a lot of viewers on the live stream, but we're up to 67 now.
It must be because me and you, Jim, right?
It's got to be. Admittedly, we're a bit rusty ourselves. Inbounded by Whiteside. Here we go.
Amari Brown with the ball, bringing it up. Setting up the offense.
too many empty trips down the court against this team, Paul.
Looked like a good block to me, but call a foul.
You just got to watch the turnovers and the empty trips down the other end. Can't give North Attleboro too many opportunities. Who's that, number 10 shooting, Paul?
Yes, that's number 10. And the first one's good.
We got number 21 and number 3 coming into Attleboro. Again, apologize. We weren't given a roster.
And the second foul shot is good. It's 14-10. North Attleboro. Drew Baxter with the ball. Back to Will Whiteside, back to Baxter.
Whiteside was open there, but didn't get it to him. The ball moved that thing.
Trey Buggs. Will Whiteside over to Amari Brown. Drives to the hoop. And it's good. Amari Brown for 2.
Way down by 2, 12-14.
North Attleboro with the ball, number 12. Being guarded by Amari Brown. He's going to the hoop. Kicks it back out for a 3. No good. Rebound by Drew Nickla.
And here we go. Well, let's make this Jackson takes a shot and misses.
And Trey Buggs picks off the long pass up to Amari Brown. To Drew Baxter. Down low to Drew Nickla, and it's good.
That's what we need. Trips that they get points on. No empty trips. Ooh, that looked like a little bit of a push from behind, but
OA ball, 14-14, 4.5 minutes left.
we got entering the game is Solomon Fife, Ben Murphy, and I believe Kevin Duggan.
Amari Brown bringing up the ball. Calling the play out. I wonder if it's Silva. Amari Brown to the hoop in the corner.
Whiteside.
Oh. North Attleboro ball. Always pressing. Will Whiteside guarding the ball. Knocks it away from him. To Amari Brown.
Tap in by Kevin Duggan. Great second effort.
Amari Brown at the line for 2. That basket was no good.
Still a good effort by Kevin.
First one is good. 08 takes the lead by 1.
Our viewership's back up to 86 now, Paul.
And it's good. 16-14, 08 up by 2. They're pressing.
Oh, we missed Lucas. Lucas Fernandez entered the game. He took out Drew Nickla. I believe Lucas is new to the OA system. He moved up here from Florida, hoping he can help us win some games.
And he's a junior.
Yep.
Rebound by Solomon Fife. Gives it to Lucas. Over to Amari Brown. Takes a 3.
There we go.
Rebound by Amari Brown. It was tipped out by Ben Murphy.
rebound by Sullivan Fife.
They reset the offense. OA looking good on the boards.
He tried there, but came up short.
Number 3 drives to the hoop, kicks it out. No good.
Drew Nickla entering the game from Will Whiteside. I believe we're going to have Jaden Krause entering the game for Lucas. Got Jaden Krause.
Amari Brown bringing the ball up as OA sets up. Gets the ball into Drew Nickla in the post. And he drives to the hoop. Oh, looked like it was going in, just bounced out. And his mask came off, so they stopped the play.
That's another rule, Paul, that no players to be anywhere within 6 feet of a player on the inbounding pass. That's another COVID rule we're dealing with here, but players don't seem to have any issue with it.
North Attleboro bringing up the ball, number 12. He's guarded by Jaden Krause. Over to 21, to 24. Back to 12. They're going into their big scorer, George Ladd. Number 33 under the hoop. He's double teamed. And 12 takes a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by North Attleboro. George Ladd going to the line for 2.
That foul was on Ben Murphy, I believe. Yep, it's his first of the game.
First foul shot is no good. Bounces off.
We've got 2:11 left in the second quarter here.
Second foul shot's on its way. And it's good. 16-15, Oliver Ames. Amari Brown with the ball, gives it off to Jaden Krause. Back to Brown, down low to Drew Nickla. Working low. And he hits it. Nice shot by Drew Nickla.
That's the way to muscle it, Drew. I love Nickla.
OA turning up the defensive intensity here.
Shot clock's down. Oh, Ben Murphy stepped in for a good play, but I think they got called for the reach-in. Yeah, that's Ben who got called for the reach-in for a second foul.
Side out to North Attleboro. Number 12 inbounds it to George Ladd. Gets it down low back to George Ladd. 12 with the ball. Goes down low. Good defense by Will Whiteside. And it's a travel.
Good defense. Looks like OA's stepping it up a little bit more here on the defensive side. We got Trey Buggs coming in for Will Whiteside.
Trey Buggs will inbound the ball to Jaden Krause. He'll bring it up. Dribbles into the corner. Passes it down low to Amari Brown. And he hits the 2. Nice shot.
Amari was calling for that play at the get-go.
Rebound by Drew Nickla. Gets it out to Amari Brown. They're on the break. He's flying down the court, and he lays it in.
Good little run the OA's going on here.
22-15 OA with half a minute left in the quarter. 21 takes a three. No good. Rebounded by Ben Murphy. Off to Amari Brown. Slows it up. He set up the offense.
20 seconds left here, Paul. Last shot.
He's setting up for the last shot here.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that'll do it.
And that's the half with OA leading 22-15.
Noticeably, I think both teams probably came out a little nervous. What do you think, Paul?
Definitely nervous. A lot of the shots were short. Trying to over dribble.
Kind of saw both teams loosen up a little bit as the game went on. Looks like halftime during COVID. It's only a 3-minute halftime here. They just want to speed everything up. Try to be safe for the COVID.
Time for a water break.
Easton Boosters, Mr. Joseph Krowski. We're just going to, hi Joe, good to see you. Good.
Paul, nice to see you.
You too, Joe.
Just want to welcome the viewing audience out there. Certainly these are different circumstances, but everyone's doing a great job, doing their best to give a good presentation. I hope you're enjoying the game to this point. A little different this year. We've got our two commentators that are going to try to be unbiased and neutral so that the visiting team can get a great experience too. And just a special shout out to the Oliver Ames Boosters. Please follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And any booster questions, ask the boss, Kathleen Whiteside. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. You just made us look bad.
Wait, I think I was just criticized. Drink every time. Oh, okay. All right. We all got our water drinks in here.
Oh, I didn't even get.
Out to Kathleen Whiteside. She is the boss.
Right, Mark?
We got Jake Wells checking in on the Facebook Live. Jake Wells, a big fan of the Oliver Ames Tigers. Sure, if we were live, he would be out there cheering us on.
So it's the start of the third quarter, 22-15 OA. Drew Baxter with the ball. Gets it into Amari Brown. Drives to the hoop. And it's good.
Yeah, Amari is feeling it. There's no doubt about it. Baxter with good defense there.
There's a hoop for North Attleboro by number 10. Away with the ball, bringing it up. Drew Baxter dribbling over to Ben Murphy.
Yeah.
Driving to the hoop. To Trey Buggs. To Amari Brown. North Attleboro get the ball, bringing it up. 24-17. And there's a three-point attempt, which is partially blocked by Drew Baxter. Amari Brown with the ball. working his way in there. And it looked like he got fouled, but no call. Number 12 takes a three. No good. Rebounded by North Attleboro. Another three attempt. No good. And rebounded by Ben Murphy.
Everybody boxing out there. Someone's got to jump for it.
Timeout by OA with 6:18 left in the third quarter, 24-17 OA.
Yeah, Donnie Byron didn't like seeing what he was seeing out of his players there. Thought he'd take a timeout, try to reset everything. I think we got Will Whiteside checking into the game.
It'll be North Attleboro ball.
No, it's OA timeout, Paul. Come on, wake up over there.
OA ball. I dozed off there for a minute, people. Trey Buggs will inbound the ball. Goes to Jaden Krowski, back to Trey Buggs. Back to Jaden Krowski, back to Buggs. Down low to Drew Nickla. To Jaden Krowski. Takes a two.
Big
Rebound by Will Whiteside. Looked like he got fouled.
Oh, man.
George Ladd puts in the rebound. 24-19. Kevin Duggan did check in. Jaden Krowski over to Will Whiteside to Drew Nickla. Kevin Duggan to Drew Krowski. Back to Trey Buggs for a three. It's no good. And there's a jump ball.
Yeah, that's another rule, Paul. Jump balls, these refs aren't going to give them time to fight it out with the COVID rules. There's going to be some quick whistles for those jump balls.
Will Whiteside with the steal. Amari Brown has the ball, surveying the area. And a three, no good by Trey Buggs. Number 10's driving to the hoop for North Attleboro, and there's a foul on Jaden Krowski. Oh, correction.
Offensive?
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, they can't inbound on the baseline. All the inbounds have to be on the sideline.
Number 12 for North Attleboro inbounds to point guard number 10. Down to George Ladd. And there's a three-point attempt by North Attleboro. No good. And rebound by Ladd. 24-21. OA. How is that not a foul?
Not really sure how a play can fall down like that, Paul, without it being a foul, but so it goes. Nickla takes a shot and misses.
Will Whiteside with the rebound.
Excellent second effort.
And jump ball.
Yeah, both teams are going to get calls going both ways. Hopefully, what you hope for is that they all iron out in the end. Amari talking to the ref a little bit about it, but can't go back in time. Game, let's play. Let's play.
Jaden Krowski will inbound the ball. Over to Amari Brown. Back to Jaden Krowski. Back to Amari Brown. To Will Whiteside, to Drew Nickla. To Amari Brown, he's going to drive. Lays it off to Drew Nickla. And he's fouled.
Yeah, North Attleboro still relying on that 2-3 zone. OA just needs to find the open gaps in it.
Drew Nickla at the line. First one is no good.
This game's kind of playing out very much like their last outing. It was a close game. Last time they played, I think North Attleboro went up in the third, but OA battled back to win it by probably about 9 or 10 points. Looks like Ben Murphy just checked in and back into the game.
Second foul shot is good by Drew Nickla. 25-21 with 4 minutes left in the third. George Ladd with the ball at the top. Timeout, North Attleboro.
Yeah, this week starts the start for the Hockomock League. A lot of games starting tonight. Again, just to reiterate the season, how it's going to go in the Small Hawk, the Davenport here, is each team's going to play each other twice, once away and once home. Most games are being played on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That was a North Attleboro timeout, right, Paul?
Yes, North Attleboro called that timeout.
So it looks like they're taking it on the sideline, taking it in here. Both teams are answering the call when they drop down, so hopefully North Attleboro has closed it to 4 points. It scores 25-21 OA with 3:54 left in the third. Passing it back to you, Paul.
Oh, thank you. George Ladd inbounds the ball to number 12. Gives it back to George Ladd. Trying to drive to the hoop. Stopped by Will Whiteside. He's working. Kicks it back out. 24 and 12 takes a three. It's no good. Amari Brown with the rebound. Pushing the ball up. Gets his own rebound and puts it in.
Amari Brown really the only player on OA who is a returning starter from last year.
North Attleboro moves the ball around. 24 is top of the key. And it's stolen. Oh, looked like the ball should have went the other way, but we'll let the ref call the game.
7 seconds left on the shot clock here, Paul. It's going to have to be a quick play here.
Number 12 with the ball. He's dribbling, driving. Kicks it out for a three, and it's good. 27-24 OA. Amari Brown with the ball. Over to Jaden Krowski. They go down low to Amari Brown. And he hands it off to Will Whiteside, and he's fouled.
Great cut by Will Whiteside on that play.
Will Whiteside at the line for two. The first one is no good.
It's got to be a little bit of an adjustment for them, Paul, when they take that first shot with no one in the paint. But they all should be used to it. They all should be out in their driveways shooting them.
That's true. Second shot is up, and it's no good. North Attleboro bringing it up, setting up their offense. Number 12, driving to the hoop, goes all the way in and puts it in.
North Attleboro just went up by 1, Paul. 26. Oh, no, I'm sorry, correction. They're still down by 1.
And there was a foul on number 12. He just decked Amari Brown.
Is that the proper call, Paul?
Oh, if you, yeah, I guess. Amari Brown with the ball. Always standing around a little. Back to Amari Brown. Over to Ben Murphy. To Will Whiteside. To Amari Brown.
Down to 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Amari Brown going to the hoop. Pulls up. Oh, in and out. 2 minutes left in the quarter. OA up 1. They go down low. The ball knocked out of bounds by Will Whiteside.
Got number 10 from North Attleboro checking in. I remember number 10. I don't recall his name. Again, we don't have the rosters, but number 10 got some good play time for North Attleboro last year.
North Attleboro ball. Into George Ladd. Over to number 12. They go down low to George Ladd. He's surrounded. Throws up a shot. No good. Oh, get the jump ball.
Again, another COVID jump ball. Quick on those jump balls during this COVID play.
OA ball.
The Trey Buggs checking in. Substituting, looks like Drew Baxter.
Amari Brown bringing it up. Very deliberate offense. Over to Will Whiteside. Over to Trey Buggs. Ben Murphy. Back to Amari Brown. Gives it to Drew Nickla for a 3. No good.
Running in transition here, Paul. 12 with the floater.
Rebound, Trey Buggs. Bringing it up. Over to Amari Brown. Taking it to the hoop. And it's good.
Yeah, Amari definitely had options on that, but he opted to go for the layup.
30 seconds left in the quarter. Number 10 driving to the hoop. Takes a 2. No good. Rebounded by Will Whiteside. Gives it to Amari Brown.
With 17 seconds left. Last shot here.
Amari Brown dribbling. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Off to Trey Buggs. Into Will Whiteside. No good.
Need a little more rock on that one, Paul.
And that's the end of the quarter with OA up by 3, 29-26.
Yeah, Paul, looks like this one's going to come down to the line again. Who wants it more? Yeah, our 3-point isn't falling. We've been taking them, just missing. So, again, some of that early season rust we need to knock off.
A lot of jitters. And we're speaking from experience. I say we have Ken Walsh come in for a guest speaker. He can tell us the lives and times of Ken Walsh.
Ken Walsh, he's the guy with the eye of the tiger. Looks like the same 5 who ended that quarter are going to start the fourth. We got Amari, Whiteside, Drew Nickla, Ben Murphy, and Trey Buggs.
I believe that's a tradition with the coach. North Attleboro inbounds the ball. Number 12 bringing it up, guided by Trey Buggs. And there we have a scrum on the floor, and it's a jump ball.
Really shocked he didn't call that jump ball sooner. All the other jump balls are a lot quicker than that, Paul.
Away ball. And Amari Brown calling out the play. Dishes off to Will Whiteside, to Trey Buggs, back to Will Whiteside. Over to Ben Murphy, down low to Drew Nickla. Back to Ben Murphy. Trey Buggs to Will Whiteside, back to Drew Nickla. No good. North Attleboro setting up their offense. 10 goes to the hoop. No good. Drew Nickla with the rebound, and it's stolen by number 12.
Well, that's just something you can't do at this point of the game. That was just a lackadaisical play. Always got to be better than that in the fourth.
Another turnover for OA. Oh, and North Attleboro returns the favor.
Jaden Krowski checking in for Will Whiteside. So, Paul, I was talking to Mr. Nickla the other day. He's really hoping that he's going to be able to get senior rec off the ground this year. I know there's a lot of kids watching this broadcast here. Just so you know, kids, there's hope out there.
So if kids you're listening, just email Mr. Nickla.
Looks like he was bumped.
Oh, nice layup by Drew Nickla.
Drew's certainly taking his licks in there, but came up on the plus side on that one.
Good defense is a three-point attempt, and it's good. It's a tie ball game.
Yeah, number 12 is coming alive for North Attleboro.
Ball tipped out of bounds by North Attleboro.
That pass has got to go in there a lot quicker.
Trey Buggs will inbound the ball. Over to Amari Brown. Trey Buggs with it, holding it. Back to Amari Brown. Always setting up their offense. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Amari Brown takes it to the hoop, and he scores.
Amari's going to be their go-to guy when it comes down to it. 4 seconds left, and he delivers.
North Attleboro ties it up, 33-33. And there's an offensive foul.
On Ben Murphy, I think it's his third in the game. Yep.
Timeout, OA. 33-33, 5:10 left in the game.
Yeah, we got ourselves a barn burner here against the Rocketeers. Hold on to your seats, everyone. Yeah, so like we said, during COVID, we're going to do one home and one away game. So this Thursday night, OA is going to make the trip back over to North Attleboro. I'm pretty sure the North TV broadcasts the games over there. So everyone, if you're sitting at home doing nothing, sick of watching Netflix, feel free to tune in to North TV on Thursday night.
Tie ball game, 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. North Attleboro ball. Number 12 bringing it up. Over 23 over to 24. It's stolen by Ben Murphy. Nice play. Amari Brown going to the hoop, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Paul, we got people on the live stream saying Amari is tough. You can't say enough about that one. Kid takes his licks. Guess you'll have to ring a bell every time I say licks.
Amari Brown at the line for two. First one is good. 34-33. Away. As they line up for the second free throw, Amari Brown. Second free throw. Is up. No good. Oway is up by one.
Got 4:45 left.
Another steal caused by Ben Murphy. Amari Brown driving to the hoop,
Looked like he got
and it's no good.
on that one too. Refs are letting them play a little bit.
Away ball. Trey Buggs will inbound it.
I think we had Jake Grimaldi into the game. Yep, he's
Jake Romalti is in the game.
on the elbow. Jake Grimaldi's a junior. First start as a OA Tiger. First minutes.
Amari Brown with the ball gets it to Jaden Krowski. Over to Trey Buggs. Down low to Jake Grimaldi. Back to Buggs. Back. Amari Brown with the ball.
Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock.
And Oway throws it away. 4 minutes left in the game. Oway up one. Oway is pressing.
Yeah, I think Donnie's going to his defense-offensive shift here.
Rebound by Trey Buggs. Gives it to Amari Brown. They push it up the court. It's going to the hoop. And it's good. Oway up three.
Wow, floated that in.
Number 10 with the ball for North Attleboro. And there's a timeout by North Attleboro.
Got 3:35 left here, and away up 36-33. Just got to keep the ball away from their shooters. Number 12 is getting hot.
And we're going to get back to action in a second.
We got Nickla coming back into the game here.
And it'll be North Attleboro's ball. Number 10 inbounds it to number 12. Back to number 12. Back to number 10. They're playing catch. They're looking to get into George Ladd. He misses. Rebounded by Will Whiteside. Gives it to Trey. Trey Buggs brings the ball up. Back to Amari Brown. Over to Trey Buggs. To Jaden Krowski. Back to Will Whiteside. Back to Amari Brown.
Moving the ball. Keep moving it.
Moving the ball pretty good. They got 8 seconds left on the clock. They got to do something quick. Takes a three, a long three. No good. It's rebounded by Trey Buggs. They'll use the clock. They got a new clock. Amari Brown with the ball. Over to Will Whiteside. Back to Jaden Krowski. Over to Amari Brown. Drives to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Nickla, and Nickla puts it in, and he's fouled.
In one. That's what we need. Nickla has had himself a game here tonight. Him and Amari taking this game on their shoulders.
Always up 38-33 with Drew Nickla at the line for one. 2:24 left in the game. And the free throw is good. Always up 6. They got to keep the pressure on. Number 12 with the ball. Got it by Jaden Krowski. They get it into George Ladd. They collapse on him. 12 takes a three. It's good.
Oh, I told you, you got to look out for that number 12. He's doing his damage.
The lead is now 3 with 2 minutes left. Amari Brown brings the ball up. It's being guarded by number 10. Drew Nickla sets it pick. Doesn't use it. Trying to go by George Ladd. Kicks it out to Trey Buggs. Will Whiteside picks it off.
Shot clock down to 5.
Oh, and it looks like a foul being called on North Attleboro. Drew Nickla to the line.
Drew Nickla certainly ate his Wheaties this morning.
First foul shot by Drew. He's no good.
Yeah, in a close game like this, Paul, like everyone knows, comes down to foul shots. Everyone's got to make them. Kids were third graders. Everyone was yelling at them, make your foul shots.
And the second one is no good.
It's a lane violation.
Lane violation on North Attleboro. So we will reshoot that one. Foul shot by Drew. It's up. It's good. Always up 40-36 with 1:26 left.
Timeout. North Attleboro, I think it was a North Attleboro timeout. Yet this game promised to be a close one, and it's certainly living up to it.
We need more comfy chairs here.
Paul Duggan's requesting more comfy chairs. We're backed up against the wall here. But you know what? We're pushing through in times of COVID. think OA knows who they need to cover on these plays.
12 and 33.
Yep. Basically, he was doing it all for North Attleboro. I guess on the flip side, you could say the same thing for OA. We have 24 and 3 who's doing the majority of our scoring.
North Attleboro will inbound the ball with 1:26 left. And OA backs off from the press. Number 12 bringing it up for North Attleboro. I'm sure they're going to try to get it into George Ladd, number 33, their big scorer. Number 10 driving to the hoop, takes it to the hoop, and it's good. 40-38.
Just about 1 minute left remaining in the quarter.
OA sets up the offense. Jaden Krowski gives it to Amari Brown, goes down low. Ball tipped out of bounds by North Attleboro with 51 seconds left. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
With 10 seconds left on the shot clock here, so need to set something up real quick here.
Trey Buggs inbounding the ball to Jaden Krowski. Back to Trey Buggs. Back to Jaden.
Number 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
George Ladd with the rebound with 40 seconds left.
There we go, ball.
North Attleboro down 2.
Here we go.
No good. It's rebounded by Trey Buggs with 20 seconds. And there's a foul on North Attleboro.
Yeah, again, at the end of the game, they're going to call those quicks just so as... Oh. Was there a foul on the play?
Maybe there wasn't a foul.
There's definitely a timeout called by North Attleboro. Not sure. But that's another COVID rule that they're going to be doing this year is at the end of the game, the fouls to stop the play, they're going to be blowing those real quick to avoid any excessive contact by the players.
So there's 19.7 seconds left. OA's up 2.
Certainly whoever comes out ahead on this one is going to be there's a quick turnaround on Thursday to come back to try and take it back from the other. Got 19.7 seconds. You said that already?
Yeah, but I think half the people are sleeping.
How could they be, Paul? We're on the edge of our wooden seats here.
Me and Jim are going to renegotiate our contract after this one.
Getting calls for a shout out for our cameraman, doing an excellent job here.
Would you like to say a few words? He's just doing the camera.
Just to let everyone know, the girls start their season next week against Foxborough. So everyone tune in for those games.
Trey Buggs at the line. First one is good. OA up by 3.
Like I said, Paul, big points here.
OA now up by 4 as Trey Buggs hit both.
Got ourselves another timeout. Our contract should have how many timeouts in it, Paul?
We need more water.
Yeah, some of the viewers on the Facebook Live saying Trey has ice in his veins in those shots. I won't argue with him there.
Yeah, he hit him when he had to. You can hear a pin drop in here.
Probably should give a shout out to everyone who's kind of worked hard in this COVID off season. Athletic directors, coaches, scorers, video people, janitors, refs, everybody working hard so that these kids can get a season in. And here we go. Throwing it back to you, Paul.
Thank you. 19.7 seconds left, 42-38 OA. Hey, Ted Drummond, are you listening from North Attleboro on, this is Paul Duggan and Jim Murphy. He just texted me.
Oh, Teddy.
Hey, Ted.
We were watching some of Fian's games earlier, their scrimmages.
Number 12 with the ball, 14 seconds left, dribbling, stuck in the corner, gives it to number 11, he lays it in.
Very pretty.
42,
Timeout.
another timeout with 8.4 seconds left, 42-40. Again, 8.4 seconds left, 42-40 OA, OA's ball.
The ball's coming in on the right side here, Paul. Definitely a different feeling here where you and I are the only ones talking.
But we have the audience in the palm of our hands. OA back on the court. I think the plan will be to get the ball to Amari, dribble out the clock.
Again, these whistles are going to be quick, Paul.
Ball, they get the ball to Amari Brown, and he's fouled by George Ladd. I want to thank Ted Drummond for now texting me the names of the kids for North Attleboro because they didn't give us a roster. Amari Brown to the line for two. He fouled. Did he just foul out?
Yep, that's his fifth foul.
George Ladd just fouled out.
Number 3 for North Attleboro's coming in for him.
And Amari Brown at the line. First foul shot is no good. North Attleboro bringing it up. Number 12 with the ball. Driving to the hoop. Oh, he misses the layup.
Oh.
And there's a foul called.
That's the game, I think.
Ball game. Was a nice effort by number 12 Rosenberg on his way down the court. Just couldn't put it in. Want to thank everybody for listening. This is Paul Duggan signing off with
Jim Murphy. It was fun. Probably won't be asked back again.